The moon hung low over the village of Odu, its pale light washing over mud huts and whispering palms. It was the night of the harvest festival, and the air pulsed with drums, laughter, and the smell of roasted yams. In the center of the crowd sat a single drum, larger than any other, its skin stretched tight as if it were alive. The elders warned never to touch it, for they claimed the drum was cursed. But when the night deepened and the wine flowed freely, a young hunter named Ikenna's eyes lingered on the forbidden drum. His heart pounded with both fear and curiosity. Why would a drum be feared? He stepped closer, ignoring the whispers in his head. When his hand brushed the surface, the ground trembled beneath his feet. The villagers gasped as the cursed drum let out a sound, not beating but breathing, a deep, guttural hum that felt like the earth itself growling. Ikenna stumbled back, but the drum called to him, as though it had chosen him. Suddenly, an icy wind tore through the festival, extinguishing every flame. Darkness swallowed the village. A voice older than time filled the air, the oath is broken. The price must be paid. Children wailed, and elders fell to their knees. Ikenna realized too late that his single act of defiance had awakened something far older than the village itself. By morning, the land bore scars of the curse. The yam fields that once promised abundance now withered, their leaves crumbling into dust. Livestock lay lifeless, and the river that gave the village water ran dark and sluggish. Mothers clutched their children, their eyes filled with terror. The elders gathered in the shrine and revealed the truth. Centuries ago, the people of Odu had defeated a warlord who fed on their suffering. To trap his spirit, they bound him into the great drum, sealing it with an oath that no hand must ever touch it again. Now, because of Ikenna, the spirit stirred once more. Shame burned in Ikenna's chest as the villagers cursed his name. He begged the elders for forgiveness, but their eyes were filled with despair. Only you can undo what you have done, said the oldest among them. The drum chose you, and so it is you who must journey into the forest of whispers to find the one thing that can tame it, the feather of the midnight vulture. No one dared enter that forest. It was said to be alive, filled with voices of the dead. But Ikenna clenched his jaw, for if he did not go, the village would perish. The forest was unlike anything Ikenna had ever known. Trees loomed like watchful giants, their branches curling like claws. Each step echoed with whispers, voices of ancestors, enemies, and strangers, all tempting him to turn back. Shadows twisted into shapes of beasts with glowing eyes. Yet Ikenna pressed forward, guided by a strange pull within his chest. He finally came to a clearing where the midnight vulture perched on a crooked tree, its feathers shimmering like obsidian, its eyes red as burning coals. You seek my feather, it rasped. Then prove you are not like the warlord whose greed bound me here. The vulture spread its wings, and suddenly Ikenna was plunged into visions. He saw himself as a boy, stealing food when no one watched. He saw his pride as a hunter, boasting louder than all others. And he saw the moment he touched the cursed drum, not out of bravery, but to satisfy curiosity and ego. Shame twisted his heart. The vulture's voice thundered, will you face your weakness, or will you remain its slave? Tears ran down Ikenna's face. He fell to his knees and whispered, I am weak. But I choose to rise. At that moment, the vulture shed a single black feather, which drifted into his hands. With the feather clutched tight, Ikenna returned to the village. The people gathered, their faces etched with both fear and hope. The cursed drum still sat in the square, its skin pulsing as though it were breathing. Ikenna approached it, his hand trembling. He placed the vulture's feather upon the drum. For a moment, nothing happened. Then a roar split the sky as the spirit within fought to break free. Ikenna felt the darkness surge into him, testing his resolve. But this time, instead of running, he stood firm. "You have no power unless I give it," he said. The drum split open, releasing a torrent of black smoke that screamed before vanishing into the night. The skies cleared. The yam fields blossomed again. The river sparkled like silver under the sun. The villagers wept with joy, lifting Ikenna onto their shoulders. Yet the drum lay shattered, never to bind evil again. That night, the elders told a new story, not of a cursed drum, but of a hunter who faced his weakness and saved his people. Ikenna, once shamed, was now remembered as the boy who became a man by embracing humility. But as the fire burned low, the oldest elder leaned close and whispered, "The curse is gone, but remember, evil never dies. It only waits." If you are intrigued by this story and want its continuation, like, subscribe and comment to continue.